Just allow your body to just sink. And this way you are starting to work on opening up the front of your body. Hi, Anna. Happy Monday. All right, so I'm gonna mute everyone now. As you find yourself in your Savasana here, close your eyes and tune out the noise of your day, of your weekend, and keep your mind completely clear. You have made a commitment to showing up on your mat for yourself. Do everything you can to be as present as you can be so that you can not just treat your body to this physical workout and get a nice stretch and maybe break a sweat, but also start to get in touch with your breath and what your body feels like with every round of breath that you take. Let's join our breaths now. So inhale together. Open up your mouth, exhale, sigh it out. Take another deep breath in. And then exhale, sigh it out, clear your lungs. Before we start to move, set an intention for your practice. You already know we're going to do lots of chest openers today. We'll also be getting into our hips. So think about being free, or think about the version of yourself that you're about to become and what it's going to take for you to be there or to get there. On your next inhale, start to bring your knees in towards each other. Lift your feet off of the ground and start drawing circles with your knees. You're loosening up your inner thighs and your hips a little bit more. Tuck your chin into your chest to press the back of your neck into the ground. And then the next time your knees are in the center, switch the direction in which your circles are going. You can go as slow or as fast as you want. Just make sure that, as always, you're moving with your breath. If this is your first time practicing in a while, be gentle with your body. And then stop in the center. Straighten out both of your legs. Point and flex your toes. Draw circles here with your feet to loosen up your ankles. And then cactus out your arms so that they're at 90-degree angles. You're already starting to open up your heart just by digging your elbows into the ground. Bend your knees, squeeze your thighs together, and then as you exhale, drop your knees to the right, turn your head to the left. So your knees don't have to touch the ground here. You will feel the stretch in your lower back. You're starting to feel your heart open up just a little bit more. Notice what happens as you dig your left elbow and your left shoulder into the mat. You're gonna feel this down the left side of your body a little bit more. Try to guide your knees closer to the right. Feel the right side of your neck open. Release, come back to the center. Look up towards the ceiling, squeeze your thighs in, take a deep breath. And then as you exhale, drop your knees to the left, turn your head to the right. And same thing, like you did on the other side, exaggerate how much you're digging your right elbow, your right shoulder into the mat. As you turn your head to the right, feel the left side of your neck open up and then release. Bring your knees back to the center. One more cycle, bring your knees to the right, turn your head to the left. This time you can straighten out your left leg, keep your right knee bent, and maybe place your right hand on your left thigh to deepen the stretch in your lower back. Dig your left shoulder and elbow into the floor. Release. Bend your left knee. If you straighten it out, bring your knees back to the center and then drop your knees to the left. Turn your head to the right. Dig your right elbow into the ground. If you did it on the other side, straighten out your right leg and place your left hand on your thigh. Feel that deep stretch in your lower back, your right side hip, and then release. Bend your right knee, take it up to the center. Start to roll forwards and backwards, massage the entire length of your spine. When you've done 3, come up to the center. Meet me in your crisscross applesauce. Stack your shoulders over your hips. Sweep your arms up. Interlock all 10 fingers. Palms are gonna face up. Allow your hips to root. Take your chin up super high. and then bring your arms back behind you a little bit more. You're gonna feel your chest open, your lower back is gonna get stretched out. Tighten up your triceps, feel your chin lift up just a little bit more, and then as you exhale, round your back, pull your belly button in, your palms are still facing out, tighten up your triceps, straighten out your arms. Inhale, release, elbows are locked out, palms are facing up, tighten up your triceps, feel your hips root, exhale, round your spine, pull your belly button in, create a C shape with your spine. Feel your shoulder blades peel apart. One more, inhale, lift up. Take your biceps behind your ears, open up your heart, feel your hips root, and then as you exhale, tuck your chin into your chest, round your back, then you're gonna place your hands on the floor, walk your hands towards the top of your mat, feel your hips root down, start to bend your elbows. Yes, drop your head down, feel the back of your neck open. If your elbows are digging into the ground, try to drag them down towards your shins so that you can lengthen the crown of your head while peeling your shoulder blades apart. Looks really good, Anna. Take a deep breath in. Stay for your exhale. And then from here, roll into your tabletop. So just roll over your knees. Stack your shoulders over your wrists. Keep your hips over your knees. Drop your head down. Just start swaying your hips from side to side. And then the next time your hips are in the center, stop. Start walking your hands to the top of your mat for melted heart. So your hips are gonna stay over your knees. You're gonna drop your chest, your stomach down to the ground. Either rest your forehead or your chin on the mat. Forehead, if you're feeling really tight, or if you're open already, you can rest your chin on the mat so you can start stretching your throat. You're gonna be here for 3 rounds of breath. Use your exhales to drop your stomach closer to the ground. Use your inhales to walk your fingertips just a little bit more forward. Final round of breath in this shape. And release by walking your hands back underneath your shoulders. From here, tuck your toes under, and then as you exhale, lift your hips off of the ground or lift your hips up, ground your heels, downward dog, bend one knee at a time. Shake your hips from side to side, feel your spine and your hips and hamstrings warm up. Drop your head, let it hang, spread your fingertips wide. On your inhale, roll the weight to your toes, shift forward into your plank. So your shoulders are over your wrists, your hips are in line with your shoulders. Tighten up your triceps, squeeze your glutes, drive your heels to the back of your mat. Take a deep breath in. On your exhale, meet me back in your downward dog. Use your core strength to bring your hips up and your exhale to drive your heels down. Tighten up your quads. Inhale, roll the weight to your toes, shift forward. Drive your heels to the back of your mat, pull your belly button in, thighs and glutes are tight. Exhale, downward dog. Use your core strength. Move into the shape super slowly. Drive your heels down. All right, we're gonna do this in 3 counts. So inhale, shift forward into your plank in 3, 2, 1. Hold it for 3, drive your heels back. 3, 2, 1. Downward dog in 3, 2, 1. Drop your heels down. Start to drop your elbows down to the mat. Keep them in line with your shoulders. You're preparing for dolphin. Spread your fingertips wide. Try to puff up your upper back. So visualize your shoulder blades peeling apart. Drive your heels down to the mat. You've got it. On your inhale, lift up your right leg. On your exhale, drop your right leg down. Dig your elbows into the ground. Inhale, sweep up your left leg. Point your toes. Exhale, drop your left foot down. On your inhale, lift your elbows off of the mat, downward dog. All right, we're gonna play around with that transition a little bit today. So for a reminder, this is your downward dog. When you drop your elbows down, dolphin. Drop them down, go into dolphin. You can do this both at the same time or one at a time if you're feeling a little tight. All right, on your next exhale, meet me in your downward dog, either straightening out your elbows together or one at a time. One more, inhale, drop down to your dolphin. Lots of upper body work today. You got it, drive your heels down. All right, exhale, downward dog. Whew. Look forward, bend your knees, walk or step to the top of your mat. No more of that for now. Keep your feet hip width distance apart. Meet me in your halfway lift. As you exhale, hinge at your hips, bend your knees, slowly roll up, come up to standing. Meet me in your mountain. Stack your shoulders over your hips, bring your feet all the way together. Relax your arms down both sides of your body. Extend through the crown of your head. Take a deep breath in. Mouth open, sigh it out. Then as you inhale, sweep your arms up. Look up towards your hands. As you exhale, cactus out your arms. Lift your chin, open up your chest. Release by taking your arms back up. Exhale, swan dive, hinge at your hips. Come down with a flat back. Drop your head, let it hang. As you inhale, roll onto your toes, halfway lift. Quads are tight. Exhale, hinge at your hips, plant your hands down, go into your plank. From here, we're going into shoulder taps. As you exhale, bring your right hand to your left shoulder. Inhale, bring it down. As you exhale, left hand goes to your right shoulder. Inhale, bring it down. Go from side to side, 10 seconds. Keep your core tight, drive your heels to the back of your mat. 5 more to go. From here, we'll chaturanga in 2, 1. Release, shift forward, bend your elbows back. Try to keep your elbows in tight. Take your backward bend, squeeze your glutes, relax your shoulders, and then roll over your toes, lift your hips, downward dog. Take a deep breath in. Stay for your exhale. On your inhale, drop down to dolphin. Elbows touch the mat. Drive your heels down, bring your hips up. Peel your shoulder blades apart. On your next exhale, straighten out your arms, downward dog. Tighten up your triceps. Good. Now look forward, bend your knees, walk, step, or jump to the top. Meet me in your halfway lift. Inhale. Exhale, hinge at your hips. Reverse swan dive. Sweep your arms up. Keep your thighs tight. Go into your backward bend. Cactus out your arms. Lift your chin. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, swan dive. Come down. Halfway lift. As you exhale, plant your hands down. Step back into your plank. Shoulder taps again for 15 seconds. Opposite hand to opposite shoulder. Try to keep your quads tight so that you're not rocking your body. Your eyes are down at the mat in between your hands. We're down to our last 5 already. Then we chaturanga in 2, 1. Let's do it. Shift forward, bend your elbows back. Take the backward bend, glutes are tight, open up your chest. Downward dog, roll over your toes, lift your hips. Exhale, ground your heels. On your inhale, drop your elbows, dolphin. Try to dig your elbows into the ground a little bit more. Puff up your upper back, ground your heels, tighten up your quads. Take a deep breath in. On your exhale, straighten out your arms, downward dog. Good, look forward, bend your knees, walk, step, jump to the top. Final round, inhale, halfway lift, roll the weight to your toes. Exhale, hinge. Inhale, sweep your arms up, touch the ceiling. Exhale, cactus out your arms, open up your chest, lift your chin. Inhale, reach up high. Exhale, swan dive. And then go into your halfway lift. Roll the weight to your toes. Thighs are tight. Exhale, hinge at your hips, plant your hands down, step back, plank. 20 seconds of shoulder taps here. So as you do these, you're still working your core as you pull your belly button in. You're strengthening your shoulders, your legs are tight, so are your glutes. That way you have more control over your movements, the stability. 5 more seconds already, then we chaturanga. Last 2, 1. Let's do it. Shift forward, bend your elbows back. Take the backward bend, hold it here, open up your chest, relax your shoulders. Gorgeous, release, roll over your toes, lift your hips. Use your exhale to ground your heels. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, sigh it out. Then on your inhale, drop your elbows, dolphin. Dig your elbows into the ground. Then as you exhale, lift up your right leg. Drive your left heel down, point your right toes up. Release, switch sides, right leg drops. Lift up your left leg, point your toes, dig your elbows into the mat. Bring your chest closer to your right thigh. Inhale, release, left foot comes down. Drop down into a child's pose. Take your knees apart. Hips go back to your heels. Rest your forehead on the ground. Maybe rock your head from side to side. So this is your first break. Anytime you need a break from here on out, listen to your body. Now you know what we're going to be working on today. Lots of shoulder action, always working our core, always uniting our breath, and always, always listening to our bodies. You're doing great. Take a deep breath in. Mouth open, clear your lungs. Then on your next inhale, shift forward. Push up into your tabletop, tuck your toes, and then as you exhale, straighten out your legs. Downward dog, drop your head down, let it hang. Drive your heels closer to the mat. Then as you inhale, roll the weight to your toes, lift your heels. On your exhale, drive your heels down, then look forward, bend your knees, step or jump to the top of your mat. Meet me in your halfway lift as you inhale. As you exhale, hinge at your hips. Bend both of your knees for a toe stand, so rest your hips on your heels. Yep. Keep your hands underneath your shoulders, spread your fingertips wide. Bring your chin into your chest. Feel the back of your neck open up. Try to squeeze your elbows in, so dig your elbows into your outer thighs. Puff up your upper back, and as you bring your chin into your chest, feel the back of your neck lengthen. Release by straightening out both of your legs. Sweep your left leg up. You're in your modified warrior 3. So your wrists are going to stay underneath your shoulders. Your right heel is going to dig into the ground. Keep your neck long. Point your left toes to the back of your mat. You want the sole of your left foot parallel to the ceiling. You've got it. On your exhale, meet me in your half moon. So keep your right hand down. Peel your left hand up. As you extend your left hand up towards the ceiling, start to flex your left toes. Your left hip, left heel are in one line. Try to point your toes toward your face a little bit more to open up the back of your left leg. You got it, Jeanette. Open up your chest. Continue to reach your left fingertips up. Beautiful. You've got it, Alicia. Stay here for one more round of breath. Yes. Release. Drop your left hand down. You're back in your modified warrior 3. On your exhale, step your left foot behind your right. So you're crossing at your ankles. Yep. And then take your hands to the right side of your mat. Bend your right knee. Keep your left leg straight. Drop your head down. Feel your left hip open. Mount your upper body down onto your lower body. Tuck your chin into your chest. Feel the back of your neck lengthen. Stay here for one more round of breath. Dig your fingertips into the floor. And then release. Take your fingertips to the top of your mat. Uncross your legs. Go into your halfway lift. As you exhale, hinge at your hips. And then sweep your right leg up. Modified warrior 3. Go for the extension. So try to touch the back wall with your right toes, sole of your right foot, parallel to the ceiling. Dig your right heel into the ground. Keep your neck nice and long. Your core muscles engaged. So again, belly button into spine. Stay for one round of breath. Release into your half moon. Start opening up your hip to the right side of your mat. Peel your right hand up. Left hand is going to stay planted on the ground. Reach your right fingertips up to the ceiling. Flex your right toes. Go for the length. So feel your right hip open. Your chest is opening up. Release. Place your right hand down. You're back in your warrior 3. Then cross your right foot behind your left. Bend your left knee. Yep. And then the more you can straighten out your right leg and tighten up the muscles in your right thigh, the deeper the stretch you're going to feel along the right side of your hip. Melt your chest down onto your left thigh. Drop your head. Open up the back of your neck. Bend your left knee more and more with every exhale. Release. Take your fingertips to the top of your mat. Uncross your feet. Go into your halfway lift. Inhale. As you exhale, hinge at your hips. Drop down to your knees for hero's pose. Sit your hips on your heels. Rest your hands on your thighs. Stack your shoulders over your hips. Start drawing circles here with your neck. Feel your neck, your spine stretch out. Drop your shoulders farther away from your ears. Switch the direction in which your circles are being drawn. And then stop in the center, get ready for camel. Stand up on your knees, place your hands on your hips. You're gonna stay in the first part of camel. This is just our warm up for chest openers. So hands are gonna stay on your hips, squeeze your elbows together, lift your chin, drop your head back, push your hips to the top of your mat. Dig your knees into the ground, feel that support. And as you dig your knees into the ground, open up your heart, drop your head back, keep your hands on your hips. Last few seconds, elbows closer to each other if you can. Lift your chin a little bit higher, elbows closer in, Carlos and Jeanette. Yeah, release. Come right back up. Place your hands down onto the ground, tuck your toes, and then meet me in your downward dog. Bend one knee at a time. Shake it out. Drop your head, let it hang. Shake your head yes and no. And then stop in the center from your downward dog. Drop down into your dolphin. Bend your elbows, rest them on the ground. Puff up your upper back. On your inhale, lift up your right leg, point your toes. Try to drive your left heel down. Release, drop your right foot down. Inhale, sweep up your left leg. Keep your elbows digging into the ground, drive your right heel down. And then release, left foot drops. Exhale, downward dog. As you inhale, sweep up your right leg. Exhale, step your right foot through, go right into your warrior two, face the left side of your mat. Now we get to open up our hearts even more. Reach your fingertips apart, bounce it out. Feel your hips drop even more. And then Anna, step your right foot out just a little bit. Toe heel your right foot farther away from your midline. There you go. Open up your chest, just like that. Reverse your warrior. Bend your right elbow, grab the back of your head with your hand. Point your elbow up towards the ceiling. Get your right thigh parallel to the ground. Go into your extended side angle. Right fingertips are reaching down. Peel your left fingertips away from your body. So frame your left ear with your left bicep. Yes. Bring your right shoulder forward, your left shoulder back. Bend your right knee a lot more. Straighten out your left leg. Excellent. Release into your lunge twist. Drop your left hand down. Peel your right hand up. Roll the weight to the outside edges of both of your feet. Feel your hips drop. Your IT band is getting super stretched out. Extend your right fingertips up really high. From here, you're going into your side plank. So kick your right leg out to straight. Cross your right ankle over your left. Feel the left side of your body strengthen. You can stay here, or if you'd like, lift your right foot off of your left. Work on your balance just a little bit for 3, 2, 1, release. Go back into your plank. Face down. Yep. Spread your fingertips wide. Drive your heels to the back of your mat. Inhale. Exhale, downward dog. Lift your hips, ground your heels. Take one more round of breath. Inhale. On your exhale, ground your heels. Then shift forward into your plank. Keep your core tight. Drive your heels to the back of your mat. Exhale, downward dog. On your inhale, drop your elbows, dolphin. Round your upper back. Ground your heels. Inhale, sweep up your right leg. Point your toes. Exhale, drop your right foot. Inhale, sweep up your left leg. Point your toes. And then release, drop your left leg down. On your exhale, at the same time, straighten out both of your arms. Go into your downward dog. Nice control. Inhale, sweep up your left leg, point your toes, then step it through, right in between your hands. Warrior two to face the right side of your mat. Bounce it out. Open up your chest, squeeze your shoulder blades together. Triceps are tight. Reverse it. Sweep your left arm back. Grab the back of your head with your hand. Bend your left elbow, point it up to the ceiling. Feel your hips drop, your inner thighs stretch. And then release into your extended side angle. Reach your left hand down. Sweep your right arm up and then over. Frame your right ear with your right bicep. Right shoulder is going to go back. Left shoulder is going to go forward. Straighten out your right leg as much as you can. Lunge twist. Drop your right hand down. Peel your left hand up. Bring your left knee into your midline, straighten out your right leg, open up your chest. Roll the weight to the outside edges of both of your feet. Feel your hips drop just a little bit, extend your left hand up. Then go right into your side plank. Kick your left foot out to straight. Cross your left ankle over your right. Stack your wrists over each other. Keep your hips in one line. If you did it on the other side, lift your left leg up. Open up for 3. Beautiful. 2, 1. Release. Go back into your plank. Face the ground. Keep your shoulders over your wrists. Take a deep breath in. On your exhale, downward dog. On your inhale, drop your elbows, dolphin. Elbows are going to dig into the ground. From here, we're going to go from dolphin to downward dog, 3 reps. On your exhale, straighten out your arms in 3, 2, 1. Good. On your inhale, come down in 3 counts. Let's do it. 3, 2, 1. 2 more of those. Exhale, come up. Straighten out your arms. 3, 2, 1. Give your triceps a squeeze. Inhale. Drop down even lower. Bring your heels closer to the mat. 3, 2, 1. You've got it. Final one. Belly's in the spine. Exhale, lift for 3, 2, 1. Ground your heels. Inhale, drop down to your elbows in 3, 2, 1. Drop down to your knees. Child's pose. Bring your hips back to your heels. Slightly bend your elbows. Rock your forehead from side to side. Feel the sides of your body open up. Give your shoulders a little bit of a break. And then from here, more chest openers. Stand up on your knees. Second set of camel. Take your knees about 6 inches apart. Place your hands on your hips. Dig your knees into the ground. Squeeze your elbows together. Open up your heart. Dig your knees into the ground. Squeeze your glutes. Lift your chin. Eyes should be wide open. Take a deep breath. On your exhale, push your belly button to the top of your mat. Lift your chin. Squeeze your elbows closer to each other. And then release. Stack your shoulders over your hips. Bring your hips down to your heels. Just take a moment here in heroes. Rest your hands on your thighs. Start to drop your chin down to your chest just as a counter stretch. Feel the back of your neck open. Inhale. Exhale, side out. Maybe roll out your wrists. We're going to go back into downward dog right now. So final flow is here. As you go into this downward dog, we're going to combine most of the movements that we've already done. So try to drive your heels closer to the mat. Feel your chest open. Should be super open right about now. Tighten up your quads. Lift your hips. On your inhale, sweep up your right leg. As you exhale, step your right foot through. Go right into your warrior 2. Face the left side of your mat. Open up. All right. Sit really low. Open up your chest. Squeeze your shoulders together. Reverse it. Bend your right elbow, maybe go for the bind. So grab your inside of your right thigh with your left hand. Feel your hips drop just a little bit more. Keep that depth. Go into your extended side angle. Right hand drops down. Sweep your left arm up and then around. Frame your left ear with your left bicep. From here, go into your lunge twist. Drop your left hand. Peel your right arm up. Roll the weight to the outside edges of both of your feet. Press your left hand into the floor. Extend your right hand up. And then release. Place your right hand down. Walk your fingertips forward. Meet me in your warrior 3 modified. Yes, beautiful. Keep the crown of your head reaching to the top of your mat. Point your left toes. And then go into your half moon. Peel your left hand up. So if you did it before, try to open up your chest a little bit more by extending your left fingertips up. Definitely flex your left toes. You can go for a bind here by bending your left knee. Open up your heart by squeezing your left butt cheek. Point your toes. Kick your heel away from your hip. Dig your right heel into the mat for 3, 2, 1. Release. Go back. So left hand drops. Take your left foot to the back of your mat. Go back into your lunge twist. Roll the weight to the outside edges of both of your feet. And then from here, meet me in your side plank. Kick your right foot out to straight. Stack your shoulders, your wrists over each other. Stay here. or you can lift your right foot up. You can stay here, or if you want to go into wild thing, bring your right foot behind you, open up your chest, lift your chin, drop your head back, reach your right fingertips away from your midline. Release, bring your right hand down, sweep your right leg up, three-legged dog. From here, drop down into your dolphin. Drop your elbows down. Perfect. Keep your hips level to the ground. As you exhale, straighten out both of your arms and then flow. Try to keep your leg lifted. Shift forward, bend your elbows back, open up your chest. Release into your downward dog. Lift your hips, ground your heels. Deep breath in, sigh it out. On your inhale, sweep up your left leg, point your toes, exhale, step it through. Go right into your warrior two, face the right side of your mat, bounce, come down low. Open up your chest, squeeze your shoulders. Keep your hips very low. Reverse it, sweep your left arm back. Go for the bind if you did it on the other side. Grab the inside of your left thigh with your right hand. Peel your elbows up, sink your hips, straighten out your right leg. Connect to your breath. Who are you? Where do you want to be? Go back into your extended side angle. Drop your left hand down. Peel your right arm to the top of your mat. Long line of energy from your right fingertips to the outside edge of your right foot. Meet me in your lunge twist. Drop your right hand down. Peel your left hand up. Roll the weight to the outside edges of both of your feet. Extend your left fingertips super high. Open up your chest. Release, left hand drops. Walk your fingertips forward. Modified warrior three. Point your right toes, level off your hips and your shoulders. Keep your left hand on the floor, peel your right arm up, half moon. So whatever variation feels good for you, if you are balanced, you can always go into your half moon by lifting your bottom, your supporting hand off of the ground. But keeping that support is gonna really allow you to open up your chest as you go into this bind. Kick your heel away from your hip. Feel your heart open up to the right side of your mat. Release, bring your right hand down. Square off your hips to the ground. Drop your right foot back down, lunge twist. Roll the weight to the outside edges of both of your feet. Then straighten out your left leg, side plank. If you did it on the other side, lift your left foot. If you did it on the other side, wild thing. Lift your chest, open up. Take your fingertips away from your midline. Lift your chin so much more. Release, drop your left hand down. Sweep your left leg back up, three-legged dog. Feel your chest open up. On your inhale, bend your elbows, drop them down to the ground, dolphin. Keep your left leg lifted. Ground your right heel closer to the mat. On your exhale, lift your elbows off of the ground and then flow. Shift forward, bend your elbows back. Chaturanga, open up your chest, lift your chin. Exhale, roll over your toes, lift your hips. Woo, downward dog. Take a deep breath. On your exhale, walk your hands to the back of your mat. Go into a wide leg forward fold. Grab your big toes with your middle, your index fingers. Toe heel your feet, maybe about mat width distance apart. And as you roll the weight to your toes, tighten up your quads. Exhale, bend your elbows to the outsides of your calves. You're not only bringing the crown of your head down to the ground, but you're trying to bring your chest closer to your thighs. Feel the backs of your legs stretch. Your entire spine lengthen. Pull here using your bicep strength. Visualize the crown of your head touching the mat. Release. Bring your toes out, your heels in, then drop your hips down for Malasana. Allow your hips to come down. Oof. Dig your elbows into your knees, lead with your heart. Bring your chest forward, squeeze your shoulders together. Keep your face, your mind calm and clear. Extend through the crown of your head. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, sigh it out. Release by planting your hands down, drop down to your knees. Final round of camel. This time, you can either keep your knees 6 inches apart, maybe take them out a little bit wider. Place your hands on your hips. Start by squeezing your elbows closer to each other. So we've done so many chest openers already. Dig your knees into the ground. Your spine is warm, so is your heart. Lift your chin. On your exhale, squeeze your glutes, dig your knees into the mat. Feel the front of your body open up. So not just your heart, not just your stomach, but feel this in your quads. If you can drop your head back into the back wall behind you, then you have the option of reaching for your heels with your hands. Try to get the heels of your hands in line with your feet. Keep that grip super tight. And as you dig your knees into the floor, squeeze your glutes, open up the front of your body. Lift your chin, drop your head back. Inhale. Exhale. Then release by placing your hands on your hips. Stack your shoulders over your hips, then bring your hips down to your heels. Find a seat, kick your legs out in front of you. Place your hands on both sides of your body, and then you could just bend one knee at a time, shake it out. All right, we're not quite done yet. We do have a couple more deep stretches to do. I'm gonna take us into fish pose eventually, but first let's just start by laying down. Bring your knees into your chest. Can you still see me? Yeah, rock from side to side. So all the chest openers reminded me of fish pose. I don't teach it that often, but it's one of my favorite transitions going into the floor. So before we get comfortable, let's just get right to it. I have you on your back so that you can give your hips and your lower back a little bit of a massage. But once you're in the center, stop, straighten out your legs, and then just prop yourself up, kind of like you're going to the beach. And oh, so that's how you look when you're at the beach. Cool. All right, bend your elbows and keep them underneath your shoulders. Start squeezing your shoulder blades together. So this is already opening up your chest. Your feet are going to stay about hip width distance apart. Press your toes down towards the ground so that you can stretch the tops of your feet. And then start lifting your chin. Keep it away from your chest so that your neck is long. You're extending through the crown of your head. Start bringing your heels as close to each other as you can. All right, take a deep breath in. And then on your exhale, slightly lift your hips off of the ground. So you've got your elbows digging into the ground, your chest is opening up. And as you squeeze your shoulder blades together, tighten up your thighs and your glutes so that your hips come up just a little bit more. Neck is long. Hold it for 3, 2, 1, release. Drop your hips. Lay all the way down so your shoulders are on the floor. Bring your knees into your chest. Rock from side to side. Give your lower back another gentle massage, but also your spine, a little bit of a twisting action so that you can get into the sides of your body a little bit. Release by stopping in the center, straighten out your left leg, point your right toes up, and then grab behind your right hamstring. Draw circles here with your right toes. If this is easy for you, walk your hands up. Keep both of your hips planted down. Press the back of your neck into the floor. Release by bending your right knee. You're gonna go into wind removing pose, pull it hard, bring your right knee away from your midline, flex your right toes out. Try to create a 90-degree angle with your right leg. Feel your hips and your chest open up to the ceiling. Cactus out your left arm. Inhale. On your exhale, go into a spine twist. So bring your right knee to the left side of your mat. Straighten out your right arm to a T so your right wrist is in line with your shoulder. Use your left hand to guide your knee closer to the ground. Feel your lower back open up. Start bringing your chin closer to your right shoulder. Find your deepest stretch. Release, roll onto your back. Straighten out your right leg, lift your left. Grab behind your hamstring, draw circles, point and flex your toes. And as we wind down here, just notice how much more at peace you are with the way that you are breathing. Notice how the way that your body feels as it relates to the way that you breathe. Start walking your hands up and then bend your left knee. Take it away from your rib cage, pull it hard, flex your left toes, and then take your left knee farther away from your midline. Cactus out your right arm. Flex your left toes, feel your chest open up. Keep your right hip rooted down, same thing as your right shoulder. Inhale. On your exhale, go into your spine twist. Left knee is going to go to the right side of your mat. Straighten out your left arm to a T. Turn your head to the left. Feel the right side of your neck open up and stretch. Guide your knee closer to the ground with the strength of your right hand. Start walking your left hand farther away from your midline. And then release, roll onto your back. Then both of your knees, point them up. Keep your feet about hip width distance apart. For bridge, we're going into wheel. So I'm going to talk us through 2 rounds of bridge. Third, you can do bridge again, or you can go into wheel. So for bridge, your arms are extending down both sides of your body, palms are down. Keep your neck in line with your spine, your eyes up. Inhale. And then on your exhale, lift your hips. Feel the weight roll onto your shoulders. Feel the front of your body open up. Keep your knees in line with your ankles. And as your chest makes its way up to your chin, just make sure you have a little gap so you can still breathe. Release, come down 1 vertebra at a time. Inhale. On your exhale, lift your hips. Dig your shoulders into the ground. Maybe walk them closer to each other. Notice how that opens up the front of your body a little bit more. Bring your chest closer to your chin. Keep a little bit of a gap to maintain your breath. And then release, come down nice and slow. If wheel is in your practice, go into it on your own. If it's not, I'll talk you through it. You're gonna plant your hands down on the ground so that your fingertips are pointing toward your shoulders. And then squeeze your elbows in toward your midline so that your elbows point up. Keep your neck in line with your spine, elbows in a little bit more, Jeanette. Okay, perfect. On your exhale, squeeze your glutes, lift your hips up, dig your heels into the ground. Yes, beautiful, Carlos. So now the front of your body is opening. You've got it, Anna. You look really good too, Alicia. All right, friends, going into wheel. Take a deep breath in, straighten out your arms a little bit more, Carlos. Open up your chest. Maybe play around by rolling the weight to your toes and lifting your heels off of the ground. Feel your heart, your stomach, your quads stretch. Release, reverse out. Yes, good. Come down nice and slow. And then bring your knees into your chest. Yep, rock from side to side. We are eventually going to go into happy baby after you do this little counter stretch. All right. If you feel like you've gotten enough, you're going to take your feet out wide, grab the outsides of your feet, guide your knees closer to the ground, flex your toes so that your heels point up and your toes drop down. Send your breath to your inner thighs, your hips, and then rock from side to side. As you start to wind down and slow things down with your movements, the same with your breath. And if you are still rocking from side to side, stop in the center. Bring the soles of your feet together, and then as you exhale, guide your heels down to your hips. Splay your knees far apart. Tuck your chin into your chest, press the back of your neck into the ground. Inhale. And then on your exhale, allow the outside edges of your feet to rest on the ground, recline bound angle. Take your knees far apart. You have different options here with your hands. You might want to create a diamond shape with your arms, palms up, bend your elbows. You can also place your right hand on your stomach, left hand on your heart. Or if your hips are still feeling tight, you can also place your hands on your inner thighs. But whatever you do, know that you're going into your final Savasana now. So I have you going into this shape so that you can continue to open up the front of your body. If you're at all uncomfortable, you can definitely straighten out your legs. Pick whatever you're going to do quickly so that you can start to take in all the benefits of your hard work. And know that you're finding balance here by laying in stillness. For 45 minutes, you just strengthened your entire body, created space. Most importantly, in that space near your heart. And by opening up your heart and by opening up your mind, you're being available to receiving all that's good that's coming your way. And when you do so with an open mind and with an open heart, you're able to see things differently with a fresh perspective, and also you're even more present now because of your time on your mat. If you have more time and if you want to stay in your final savasana longer, please do so. If you're ready to move on with the rest of your day, start to straighten out your legs and then bring movement back into your body also by wiggling your toes and your fingers. On your next inhale, reach your fingertips, your toes apart, like a good morning stretch. Lift your chin, your chest. And then as you exhale, roll onto your right side body. So you're going to use your right bicep as a pillow. Curl into the fetal position for just a moment. And think about the things in your life that you are grateful for. Things, how you feel right now to fuel you for the rest of your day. When you're ready, push up. Come up into your seat. Face the top of your mat. Rest your hands on your knees. And then slightly tuck your chin into your chest just to feel the back of your neck open. On your next inhale, bring your hands right up to your heart and feel your heart beat so strongly for you. And know that it's that much more open now because of your hard work today. As you feel your heart beat, I'm doing the same, and I'm so grateful that we were able to open our hearts together today. From the bottom of my grateful and open heart to all of yours, the light in me is so grateful for the light in you. Namaste. Thank you, friends. Happy open hearts. Thank you. Raise the roof. Happy Monday. No major announcements, really. If you are a member at Blue Moon, stop by and visit me on Saturday. I'm having a little pop-up shop at Blue Moon Clovis, so you can get some #balance merch. I'm also going to be teaching a booty burning Pilates class. If you are welcome to practicing in the hot room. DM me if you have any questions. All right, good to see you, Anna. Thank you. I'm going to take a selfie. I swear I'm going to post it today. All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3. Cute. Thanks, y'all. Have a good day.
Thank you for your class. Have a good one, everyone.